Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
For me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
What fi gonna eat no money, what fi at you, it no at you. Covid money missing way in the your little rat you. Use the youth, the money waste for must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take this spit of money, girl, and say that it's not you. One day the man above end up, him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly well like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them
It
raise.
burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rough and they down in our fever. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
On them treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On them treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
On them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't.
Stibby-dim day. We in Global TV say certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love Lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening and welcome to Global TV. Thank you for joining us this evening. It is the people's point of view and we are an hour late behind time, but we still decide to come out here because we know that you're expecting us. And this evening we come out here to lead chin. So lead chin alone. But how you tackle lead chin without tackling Andrew when SSL fly over Leachin Bank, drop money in Andrew empty account. Never mind, we'll get to it on the other side of hello and howdy do. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. And a part of speaking to Leachin, we're also going to speak about good economic management and who is feeling the joys, benefit, success, or the growth of it. Beat and teach, good evening and welcome, Wagwan. Good evening, Sharon Bernard. Good evening, Gloria Morris, RJ, Canadian Gal, The Unstoppable One, Joan Dawkins, David Ford. Good evening, Delroy Henry, Debbie Jervis TV, Carlene Richards, Sophia Hall. Good evening. Like and share the live, please. TikTok. Hold on. Let's see. Derek Gale, good evening. Good evening. Why TikTok now want to show me? Yes. Mama Reed, Derek Gale, Pauline, good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Leachin, we really come out here to because Leachin workers are restive over the new wage offer from Leachin. May I go try get Sonia to read the article before it jump off into its malarkey because it's a paid article. So let's see if we get Sonia at it.
NCB employees rested following latest wage offer. NCB and its employees represented by the association are in talks on a 2-year deal that should have taken effect in October last year. File photo. Unionized employees of the National Commercial Bank, NCB, are fuming over the latest wage offer from the company and what they describe as the tardiness in completing negotiations on a new 2-year contract. NCB is the country's largest commercial bank. Some employees showed up for work on Monday dressed in black to register their protest, according to Paul Stewart, president of the NCB Staff Association, which represents nearly 2,000 workers. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the Gleaner's morning and evening newsletters. Stewart did not disclose the offer from the company or the level of increase requested by the employees. He said the decision to wear black was taken during a meeting on the weekend when some employees were somewhat restive. We have decided to wear black today as a mark of protesting against their tardiness and the offer that they have put on the table, Stewart told the Gleaner. NCB and its employees represented by the association are in talks on a 2-year deal that should have taken effect in October last year, according to Stewart. He disclosed that there have been 7 meetings since early this year, but we have gotten nowhere meaningful with the negotiations. While some workers have hinted at other forms of protest, Stewart said the association wants to avoid any disruption or serious industrial action. He said both sides are scheduled to meet again on Thursday when
the easy jerk, sunshine.
A timeline for the wage talks to resume. The
Drive safely.
court to decide what they want, he said. Liv Barrett.
Right.
Follow the Gleaner on X and Instagram.
My problem here
and on
is
Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica.
Thank
Send us a
you.
message
Thank
on
you,
what-
Sonia. Thank you. We'll come back to you in a bit if we can get this read little more. But We'll come back to Sonia after we talk about Leitrim. Catherine, how are you? The confusion I am having, Leitrim with the bank, Leitrim with the money in a Leitrim bank have foot, clothes, heels and handbag, so the money can just dress up, walk past Tiller security and everybody, and nobody knew that was just millions walking out of Leitrim's bank. My problem with the best the economy has ever been before, the growth in the economy or the stabilization of the economy, I am confused as to the translation of that. Because normally when there is or there are improvement in the economy, it translates itself in many different areas. Infrastructure growth, stabilization in the cost of living, higher wages. There's so many little different things and areas where good economic management translates itself. You know, when he pivoted, the Prime Minister spoke about pivoting to growth. All know we don't get nothing out of all of what the Prime Minister has praised himself for when it comes to the economy over the last 6 years or so. Gloria Morris. The people are still not yet feeling that which the Prime Minister constantly talk about. No, we've seen under this government where several public sector workers went on strike, restive, protests, tantamount of public sector worker, all sorts of different area of government. We saw that over the last, say, 2 years or so. Abina Sarkodie, how are you? Ransford McLean. What we're also seeing the restivity or the protests within the private sector like Leitrim Bank, like Gleaner, and other places. Now, if the good economy is really true, Philip Williams, should it not be transferred into areas where people feel the benefit of the economy being managed so well? Maybe the Prime Minister needs to tell we or translate for us how the good economy translate so the people of Jamaica can feel it. Because poor people now feel it. Those who are in the working class, it's been demised more and more under this government. So we don't understand why them keep telling we about the economy, but them can't manage to stabilize cost of living or bring it down. The infrastructure of the country has fallen apart. Road, light, water, everything has fallen apart. Healthcare, education has fallen apart. The government claims that it is the lowest the unemployment figure has ever been in our country. But at the end of the day, There are still 750,000 of people who were not taken in consideration in that survey, because I know everybody government provide jobs for, even though the government will tell you that who now work, no one work. It's actually not true, because there is no meaningful jobs created, say, for Flag Green constituency in Southwest St. Elizabeth or St. Elizabeth on a whole. There's no meaningful job creation in St. Elizabeth. A lot of St. Elizabeth people have to go out of parish, go look work, Ladybug. I still the Williams, the unstoppable one. So I don't understand when the government keep going on like young people are really being lazy, they don't want to work. There's no work, not much. There's no work in Black River for anybody. Look in our capital city, for our parish. There's very little in Santa Cruz. Lots of people from my area sometimes have to head to Savo, Negril, Mobile, and them place to go look work. So when you hear the government walk and go on like Jamaica young people lazy, and walk that Jamaica walk and show you about the place, and because you're not lazy and you don't want to work, nothing don't go so. And Jamaicans at home in the rural Jamaica know say nothing don't go so. They may have certain level of employment in a on the western end, in a Savlamar, Negril, Montego Bay, go north, Falmouth and Ochi. But you think St. Elizabeth people can leave St. Elizabeth to go work on $15,000 a week and pay rent and light and manage themselves out of it? So when, Rennie Nicholson, is the good economy going to be trickled down? I've been a circle, how you do? When will the good economy trickle down to those who it matters most to? The poor, the indigent, the needy, those who not give host to and take when they land at the same time. When will those people feel how good, because of how good this economy is being run, my life have been better off. I'm saving more money. The price of things are stable. They're not going up every Monday morning. Good economy translate to something. This is why when the Prime Minister pivot, now my mind get back to it, the Prime Minister talk about tangible. The Prime Minister spoke to us about tangible. Now, these tangible things are things you ought to can see and touch, because how good our economy is. We road them fix up. We hospital fix. We water system, a work plan and a develop. Those are the area that good economy transferred into. More jobs, higher wages, more stabilized cost of living. The private sector now pay we. The public sector now pay we. So it is a slave labor, isn't it? All of them are same thing, yeah. Paul Johnson. All of them are same thing, yeah. It have to be slave labor, because the economy I get better has never been so good, they say, since independence. Has never been so good since independence. How nobody now feel it. When the survey was done the other day, cost of living came in second place to crime that are people top concerns. The good economy don't make sense. Or either, or maybe then, we probably are translating one wrong way, you know. But leeching, pay the people them money. Leeching, you're a yacht, you're a mansions, you're a this year so, you're a that there so. Where you work in a 1 hour leeching, your staff them now work it in a 3 years. Pay the people them a livable wage. Leeching. One every Monday morning again, Ladybug, because I know say one time I do every Monday morning gas and sugar raise when PJ. Every Monday morning, under PJ, every Monday morning gas and sugar do go up. So every day the price of things are go up now. This whole continue every day. And this is why the Prime Minister keep pushing these two areas. Every time the Prime Minister open his mouth, the Prime Minister try to convince us that crime has never been this low in the last 20 years. But it is Jamaicans' top concern, Prime Minister. Crime, the fear of crime, their safety. That's the number one concern for the people of Jamaica. The Prime Minister go on again, and he said good economic management can yam. Yes, good fiscal management can yam. The economy is so good. It is growing. 1 minute they say it grow, next minute they say it stabilize. All the time they say it do well. But cost of living, Prime Minister, is the people's second biggest concern after crime. Colin, how you do? Something is not going right, Prime Minister, because your mouth and the figures and reality is going in awfully different direction. Me know you want to believe it. Me wish we could have believed the things them way you say and them come to reality. It's not exactly how they work. It's not how they work. So the Prime Minister must stop, try to convince us crime is down and the economy, Norman, how you do? The economy has never been in such a good position before because the survey, Prime Minister, suggests none of those two, the people ain't feeling them. Crime is their top priority. Second by crime, Prime Minister. So you and the people of Jamaica, because this is not a PNP, JLP thing, you know. This was a survey done to ask the people of Jamaica that particular question. What are your top priorities and what are your concerns? So, what the PM is saying, not matching up with reality. Exactly, Jigo. Not matching up at all. And this is why you need to tell we the method what we use translate the Prime Minister galang in them. Hold on, there's some videos just came in to me. And hold on. This was police, flame oxide. But them could for stop like a poor people. I'll bring these in tomorrow's show. I'll have to get permission first. But let's get back to leeching with the bank, leeching where money them, dress up, put on heels and handbag and walk out in millions. Leeching bank. It look like the scab of them live in a leeching bank because people money just get up, walk out of the account so in a leeching bank. But every day, leeching a buy and sell assets all over the place. But leeching worker them don't have money to pay fair guard work. Jamaica people, you see why we are telling us that we need to unite and work collectively against these employers, whether they be government or private sector, because they will not hear your concern or they will not address your concern. If to say, you don't show a united front, if it's a little pocket of resistance here, a little fraction there, a little, they don't really, they can just fan them hand out and say, never mind, the steam soon blow out. You see, the day you come together and say, we are going to stage a sitting pan with veranda, and the taxi man them say, we are going to rest with vehicle today. You don't have to go out there and block road. Government can't come at your yard, come dry you out. And if the people unite, employer can't sack we, because if they sack we, what will happen to them? What will happen to them business? And money then they make. So automatically it sparks a negotiation. I mean, when I talk about the private sector work, I forget the tourism industry, the tourism sector as well. Unity is strength. Unity is strength. Employers only listen to you when him say nobody not upon him side. Nobody not try to keep the peace. Everybody boiled up and fire up. That's when employers or government become fearful of the people. One and two them just fan hand after we. But until we unite, we're not gonna be effective with these private sectors and public sector employers we have in Jamaica that continue to enslave us and not give us fair wages or decent working rights for that matter. They want to keep you on a limb where they can get rid of you as and when they choose. So me not understand Andrew and Leaching, like how we know say Tuano a friend and the Tuano play up in a SSL money together, because we see SSL send money for they can't give you for whole for Andrew. Like how the whole a friend and mush and mess up to one another. Maybe the Tuano can come out here, come tell we which part we figure turn up to feel when good economic management are passed. Obviously, we turn up at the wrong place. And I know everywhere you go, you have a particular road when you walk. And the problem with we is we don't know the road there yet. So maybe you can come help with beat and teach how you do. Maybe you can come help with and tell we say turn up over there so because there's a good economic management pass. Turn up over there so because of this so feeling safe and hope sleep with your windows and door open pass. But obviously we the people of Jamaica not stand up the right place so we not feel it. Regardless of how you walk around and tell we say it dead because we tough like crocodile. We take long to feel it. No. Let me see if we can get Sonia to read this article. Steady on, please. Steady on, please. Let's see if we can get Sonia to lock this in before the Gleaner posts them, asks us for money.
Teachers sent home on forced early retirement recalled. The leadership of the Jamaica Teachers Association says the government breached the law when it sent teachers on retirement before the age of 65. The JTA is urging educators who were sent home on forced early retirement to contact the association for support.
Sorry, I never know saying that in the right place.
The ministry follows the letter of the law. JTA President Dr. Mark Smith said the JTA told the government that if it did not stop the practice of sending teachers off on forced early retirement, it would take steps, including legal action, to address the matter. Last month, the Education Ministry sent a letter to board chairmen and educators in the government teaching service, advising them that it had ceased the issuance of retirement notices for educators whose effective date of retirement has not been attained. Smith told the Gleaner last week that teachers who had returned to the classrooms...
YG Kids, thank you very much.
...reportedly received letters from the ministry rescinding their retirement. The JTA said a retirement schedule for a 5-year transitional period was established for teachers.
Make sure you give us a follow, everyone.
The government was implementing a 10-year transitional period. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the Gleaner's morning and evening newsletters. Did not settle. The JTA said it did not settle on a 10-year transitional period, noting that it was not a party to that arrangement. A technocrat unilaterally decided that, hey, you know what? Let's go 10 years, in an era in which we are struggling to find qualified teachers, to send off experienced teachers before they want to retire, Smith said. No technocrat has the power to usurp the authority of an Act of Parliament, he added. While teachers can retire earlier if they so desire, Smith said the option is theirs whether they would like to continue up to 65 years. Smith said some 40 teachers had written to the JTA, complaining that they were forced to go off early. We had some assurances from the Ministry of Education that no one would have been sent off, but apparently, some people were still being sent off, and that is why we had to flex our muscle to say, no, there is an agreement stop. Smith said the JTA rejected a suggestion that teachers who were sent off on early retirement should write to the ministry requesting an extension. Why would you have to write for an extension when the law guarantees you the right to go up to 65? So that was something that was put on the table and we flatly rejected it, he told the Gleaner. He said only teachers who want to go on early retirement should write to inform ministry officials. Those who don't want to proceed on retirement must be allowed to return to their substantive posts, he said. A February 4, 2025 letter from a senior official from the Education Ministry stated that the government was in the process of preparing an amendment to the Pensions, Public Service Act 2017 to address issues raised by teachers who were sent home earlier than their designated retirement age of 65. Editorial at
Mr. Senator Brookdale.
Bruce Community Hero 87. Why O. Fostermont among 140 hailed for nurturing children in foster care.
What happened here? The article finished. It jumped out of sync, but I think we get the gist. What is happening here? I think we get the gist of what is happening here. As well as removing civic from school. Is this not another attack Lyndon, how you do? Is this not another attack on the destruction of education in our country? No. You have, because of pay and working condition, a lot of our qualified and experienced teachers are leaving the system, going abroad to look for better opportunity. One can fight them over that. But our teachers, our senior teachers at home, who locked into the system long time, especially those who used to hold the fort of discipline in our education system, the government sent home a lot of those people for early retirement. And then the same government is telling us that they're going to employ teachers from abroad. If I don't confuse, then this government is more confused than me. What would be better? Wouldn't it be better to have our senior teachers in our system rather than we push them out and then we end up in a crisis where who will not push out, them decide to migrate. So a lot of the teachers in our system at the moment, a lot of them don't have the experience of the teachers, like the teachers them where we grew up with, or the teachers them where we passed through their hands. Thus you can see the level of breakdown in discipline in our education system. Couldn't one argue that these are deliberate attacks on the destruction of education? Because you're not doing anything to make the working condition of our teachers any better. They are struggling to get a good salary deal with the government. And to top that off, the government is forcing teachers who could still be in the system, bolstering the teacher shortage, Carol Lewis, that we have in our country. That same government is forcing them to go home, go sit down, and with children them suffer from lack of knowledge and experienced teachers. Me not understand why a government, why Fayetteville or Ruel Reid, because certainly this is not Dana's issue, why Fayetteville or Ruel Reid would have allowed Andrew to push them, but then again, Andrew want own the whole country. So if Andrew said to them, I saw me want it, I saw it a go. Remember, when Andrew put Fayetteville over Ministry of Finance for count 11 and 12 and just say qualification and experience doesn't matter. I'm not one, the Prime Minister said, that believe in qualification and experience, said the Prime Minister. All one needs to do is to be a disciple to my fiscal policy. That's what the Prime Minister said. And a make-up story this. This is a make-up story. The Prime Minister actually said it out of one of his mouth. Don't remember out of which one of the mouth, but out of one of the Prime Minister mouth it come out. This have to be an attack on our education system. Because you can't tell me, say, at the same time we are squeal shortage of teachers, at the same time when we are looking at employing teachers from Nigeria, Ghana, Philippines, India, and what was the other country? Wouldn't it make sense to fill those gaps with the teachers who we forced off into early retirement? Me don't know. You see, to me drop out of school, a basic school, there's a lot that I don't understand. To me drop out a school at basic school, there's an awful lot that confuses me. But you can't help if the people them do the things and say the things to confuse you. You can't blame me if me end up confused. Because if the man say, them deport him from foreign, in Bana foreign, then deport him from foreign, but he no have no Kira going back home, he want a church. So it look like business. We might as well take our money out of Leaching Bank and go start run church. Because at the money there, because the man never say, me want go back home or me want this or me want that. He wants a church. So everybody knows, say, where the freely gift. Once you call God name, the easy jerk. Well, bro. Once you call God name, you guarantee somebody appear you with them, oh God. From them ears say, are you come here to collect the money where Jesus did loan you? If you don't want to go home, don't just want a church. It's a wonder Andrew Holders and Leaching them not up in church already. Because nobody can call on a thief, you know. We can only, if at the church, we don't have. We could call you all manipulators and all that and con artists and so on and so forth. Why Andrew and Leaching don't go up in a church and leave we in peace alone? Because then we will stop calling a thief, we carry the money can go blindly and willingly. But one have gone pan you know a thief, you know. Me no know if you don't understand it that way there. But one have gone pan you now. A puss. Come kitty come. Puss. Go on your way, thief. And pay the people them their money, Leaching. Leaching, pay the people them their money. You have yacht here, you have mansion there, you have investment here, SSL drop off money over there, and all that. Pay the people them money. Slavery over long time, Leaching. You get rich out of the slavery and the economic exploitation of Jamaicans, Leaching. Pay the people them money. On a two thief. You can't sit down and pack up the money just to say, you have tantamount of wealth. You are the richest man in Jamaica and you can't pay you employ them a decent wage, Leaching. You rather dress up the money them in your bank in a heels and just an all sort and make the money them walk past security. You just left the bank door open so. For the scammer them come and go in a people's account and take out what them want. What is wrong with your Leaching? Give the people them money. No, me not call them the embezzler, the misappropriate ladybug, because of them word that them use and confuse with. Oh, the money was misappropriated, it was embezzled. No thief, you thief, go on your way. A thief or no thief. We're not going to call it embezzled or misappropriate or unaccounted for or outstanding. No thief or no thief. We're no thief. On if you make we call thief. You understand, leeching? So pay the people them. Make. They can be able to afford stuff too. All right? And this year one year found over success. Lachlan, good evening. And I think so too. I hope the PNP has taken, because if Andrew is playing gerrymandering brouhaha with the Portmore issue, then I think they ought to take it to the court, which it looks as if they will be doing. He is legal advisor to the PNP, so he would have probably make his application or in the process of making so. But as I said this morning, I think they ought to tide it up in the courts until after the general election, because say if they're going to ask for an application, then I think you probably have an automatic stay, or they would apply for a stay, so the government cannot do anything procedurally with the Portmore parish during the local food where I talk about during the general election. So no, the GG cannot refuse to sign a bill. It's just like the monarch cannot refuse to sign one either, because the last time them do, them probably lose them head. So they generally don't, because it's a procedural. And let me explain this. They confuse us or mislead us to say Prince Charles or the Governor General actually signs bill. These things are rubber stamp under the royal prerogative. The royal prerogative is the monarch's power, but it is exercised by the government. So when you hear them say the act get royal assent, it doesn't mean that the king scribble on it. It just means that the parliamentary procedural system gives the ratification to it once it passes in both houses. It's not that the king or the governor general literally sign these things. The government exercises the prerogative powers. So once they have this tied up in the court, the general election will have to be run on the usual 14 parish system, Marcia Thomas. So if Andrew Holness is using it for gerrymandering purposes, then he would be stopped in his tracks, as well as the advice that was given to the government by the very office inside of Andrew Holness's ministry, the ECJ or the EOJ, whichever one they call it. So I think that advice or opinion given by the ECJ is strong enough to support the People's National Party claim for probably unconstitutional review of the act, or a review of the act as to its constitutionality and whether it contravenes the Constitution or an act before this act was passed in Parliament. So all them have to do is just, as I said, once you tied it up in the court, it won't be effective until Make me mind people business. Me know say we ears get a rest because say Vegas find new work to do. Hey, when the ears say me buck him up, him find some new target now in my people. So Mark Golden and Dr. Campbell get a tweeny bit of rest because Vegas find a new set of beating stick. He might beat Pretty Dan. He might beat even Dead Naya. He might beat J Dan. And some of the other one them over there. But him find Vegas afraid of lawsuit. Yes, Matt Campbell at that from Dr. Campbell. Hold on pan him mouth. Vegas the place sound dead because boy. Last year Vegas gave Mark Golden some beaten. Just unnecessary every day. The man color, the man history, and Vegas don't know say where Mark Golden share generation share slavery. We share slavery with the master and the plantation worker. It's a shared history. It is different for them than it is different for us. But where Vegas and Everett Warmington, no, the GG can't refuse to sign a bill passed by Parliament. They can't do that. It's a procedure. Just like how Charles couldn't refuse to give royal assent to one here. They don't because the GG or the thingy rather, the monarch has no such power. The power in the country resides in Parliament. The GG and the monarch, they are mainly ceremonial and symbolic. Even the legal power they have is exercised by whether it be Keir Starmer or whoever Prime Minister is in at the time. They exercise such power, such as the Governor General cannot get up and say, I am dissolving Parliament. He doesn't have the power to do that. Andrew Holness or whoever is the sitting Prime Minister have to make the request to him. But him cannot get up and dissolve Parliament because he doesn't have that power. The power is on the request from the Prime Minister. And that's how it is with the monarch as well. Because King Charles would lose his head if he dares to do that. So the power requested by the Prime Minister, then the GG or the monarch can act once that is requested, but they can't do it on their own. The road toll thing is a different type of issue than the parish bill. Now, I have a different concept of the road toll. And another one where I must sell out the shares them in our start tomorrow. Is that the road going in where I talk about? Because I kind of have a musho thinking on that. Them shares that were Andrew sell out between the 4th and the 18th of this month. Prime Minister will collect quite a good revenue, because of the 20%. What are shares where the government have the same sell out? I wonder if that money is going to go to any form of economic development, or it's rather going to go to running election. I don't know. But back to the miserable soul. I think Vegas must feel heartache at the moment, because he used to have a level of joy in coming out and target Mark Golden's color on a day-to-day basis, his history, his heritage, and all of that. But since Dr. Campbell pinch him on him mouth and say, if you open it wider, I'm going to knock a few teeth out of it. From that, poor man march down off a high horse, come in a public, come apologize and make the whole of we know, say, all of these rants I have been doing, I'm just making up stories and telling lies. But since that, me buck him up now, I walk on trouble TikTokers. Mark Golden, you get a break. You get a break, Mark Golden, because of the TikTokers, them are rub Vegas in the wrong direction these days. The TikTokers are really rubbing him up the wall. An apparent gag clause Drayton put on him. Yes. No, sir. Why may I tell you, him heart must have flatter when him see the things them when want cuss Mark Golden about. Because every day, him find a reason to target Mark Golden. Literally. Vegas with upon in a one day, Vegas with upon TikTok live, he with upon YouTube live. Anybody where host live that does paneling real sweet. He make sure him jaw a chair over there, and he make sure tell you where Mark Golden pooper do to we and why we must make the slave master have that power. Because of Mark Golden, the reason why Mark Golden not sign the Constitution review stage 1, because Mark Golden want Britain to maintain its colony over with. If Britain and Jamaica get into a war, Mark Golden is going to choose Jamaica. If anything happen in Jamaica tomorrow, Britain will send a plane to pick up. And it goes on and on and on. Thank you, Dr. Campbell. We get a break now. We get a break. The worst people, them in my trouble here now, we know. Dr. Campbell. The worst people, them, when they do a thing over there, when them carry you down. TikTok have a thing where them do over there where they say, you have to come down now. And when the come down now time come, it's a total onslaught from everybody, especially all of the one them who had a big page. At the right place, you're there now, master. Because them hang you, Mrs. Spice, and a few of them girl hang you decently bad with you, you know. And see who you got in trouble? All of the TikTok virago them. And the TikTok virago them, you run out pan, you know. But then again, you love when people kick you and stamp over you and all of them something. You get a kicks over it. Remember you used to go Peter King party, which is the version of Diddy party in Jamaica. So you love to be abused and them something. The head teacher wagwan, how you do? But Vegas find a new crowd. So may I wait to see when the showdown are going between him and them, because you know about TikTok when they say you have to come down and then ready for to take you down. A hell and earth over there. And in a one video, me seen went after quite a few of them. Pretty Dan was one of whom went after. Jaden was one. But he went after a few of them. But any day you hear the TikTok of them go at him, he might go get only more popularity. But the JTA should be fighting respect to the new president for the Jamaica's Teachers Association, because I never even know so the government to carry out this kind of horse manure, where we have a shortage of teacher in our system, we have assisted with teacher them and migrate. And then the government is forcing teacher into early retirement. If this is not an attack on our education system, then maybe a Jimmy, but it really don't sound normal or sensible. Because of the whole of last year, Favor tell we say, we're going to employ teacher from Ghana. We're looking at Ghana, Philippines, Nigeria, India, such alike, and such a forth. But at the same time, the government is saying to senior experienced teachers, go on a yard. The government say, on a yard. Denise Hilton, how are you? Me not understand. Honestly, this government confused me. And it's because of the many mouths where them have when them talk. I'm confused as to whether I believe what they tell me Sunday as opposed to what they will tell me on Monday. Something wrong with the government because you can't just make up an nasty story, tell we so. And my God, if you just wake up out of your sleep, because you know when we wake out of our sleep, we're fool. If you wake out of your sleep, and you hear the Prime Minister talk the glory of the things then, because you just awake and gather your sense, you automatically tend to go into believe the Prime Minister. So what the Prime Minister talks, they are true. Wake up and wash your face and stretch and drink some water and see if all of the line will come back up when the Prime Minister try to push down your throat like a while. It's just not working, Prime Minister. The good economy have to translate in some way, some form. You can't have public sector and private sector worker is balling out for better wages and better working condition at the same time. And then every day they tell me how they will help eat the economy. I don't understand. You see, can me drop out of school? You see, can me drop out of Jamal? I now go confuse myself. Now I go confuse myself. Anyway, my peeps, thank you all very much for being here this evening. Lovely to have your support because I just leeching me come out here too to make leeching know so the people them want better money because you work the people them hard and we see you buy yacht, mansions, property shares, investment, and you just a gross leeching. But your staff them can't buy food. What can go so leeching? Laurie Gordon, how are you? It's about time Jamaica workers unite, show a united front to the government. I guarantee you, if the public sector and the private sector unite and say we are going sick for 1 week, all of us, the entire island, had diarrhea, you think the government can force you to come to work having diarrhea? Bros, how you do? The entire nation, from school children to higgler, vendor, taxi driver, teacher, everybody. The only people I would advise if they don't have diarrhea is the nurses and doctors. But other than police, all of them for the one have diarrhea too. All if police want to have diarrhea, the government cannot tell you, say you don't have diarrhea. If the whole of Jamaica wake up tomorrow morning and say we have diarrhea, the government is automatically going to go into a health scare. Because how come so much people across the nation have diarrhea? Could it be or bad water or bad imported food? No, sir, we have protests. Okay? So I hope on a plan to tackle the government to combat the abuse, just like how every day the government get up in plans say, oh, me can use them like harder to work me more money, or what way me can find to draw like more money out of them pocket after me pay them. Either me raise inflation or me find some new farmer tax or something. Stay there, don't unite. Stay there. Don't work together and see if they not continue cheat with the way they do. They continue to enrich themselves out of way, and we not even get a good amount of slave labor. All right? So it's on you, the workers at home, to really take a united stand. Not just a stand, you know. A united stand. When the government says it, all I know is sing say how great thou art. The government has no choice but to stand and listen, Lady Andrea. The government has no choice but to stand and listen. If all of you stand up and start saying how great thou art to the government, you think the government have another choice? No, they don't. The choice they have at the moment lies with our disunity. That's why the government can take so much liberty of us unchecked, because we are so splintered and disunited. And it is why everybody who takes liberty with us does take it, because there isn't a united front. Thank you very much for being here with us tonight on the Global Television Group. Lovely to have your support as always. Evan Bradford, how are you? Join us right back here tomorrow morning for your At a Glance program. Thank you very much for watching, and good night from Global TV.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.